Today we organized a group of members of Congress from across the country, from California to New York, to come and visit our region. And we spent some time at the bridge earlier today, and a very busy bridge at FAR that imports 60% of the produce in the country. And we got them to meet with some of our business community and understand the trade and how important it is, our trade in Mexico in this area. But we also thought it was important for them to come and meet and talk to the people and really listen to the people's problems and the concerns, especially these days with some of the immigration sweeps. I'm getting calls every day from U.S. citizens of Hispanic origin that are concerned, thinking, are we going to be harassed? Are we next? And I'm trying to bring calm to the community and tell them, I don't believe that will ever happen. We need to be vigilant and assure that everybody's rights are respected. And I thought it was important for other members of Congress to hear the concerns of our community.
At a time when nationwide we're talking about best policing practices, right? We're talking about local law enforcement having body-worn cameras, collecting data of who they stop, why they stop. Border Patrol, Customs and Border Protection, which Border Patrol's a part of, they don't have this basic, policies in place. So the agents don't wear any body-worn cameras. The agents currently do not collect any data of who they stop or why they stop them, the race of the person they stopped. And these are basic policing best practices measures that could be implemented. This is an agency that grew so fast over the years with so little oversight and accountability. And at a time when we're thinking about even giving them more resources and sending more agents to the border, we got to make sure that those measures are in place and that Congress has to make sure that they're pushing for the right reforms for this agency. I was invited to speak about border enforcement. And, at a moment where everybody is concerned about how the executive orders are going to impact our community, it was a good reminder to let our members of Congress know that, our communities were scared long before the executive orders came to happen. Now they're terrorized, of course, but our border was already militarized. We already have a high presence of law enforcement, both federal and state, and our communities already fear coming out, and they already feel these agents. So it's a good reminder of how previous policies have impacted our region, but how future policies obviously are going to have even more detrimental impact.
What's on the table today is several degrees worse than what's been pursued in the past. You're talking about a wall that would stretch the entire length of the border between the United States and Mexico. Not only that, the way that it's been approached by President Trump has been insulting to Mexico. And it's poisoning the relationship between these two countries. And so while there may have been fencing built in the past, certainly you never had a president who poisoned the relationship the way that President Trump is doing. It's one thing to talk about border security and even to build some fencing. It's something else to talk about walling yourself off and trying to humiliate Mexico by saying you're going to pay for that. That's completely different from anything that we've seen in any other president. And it's unnecessary. And it's unstatesmanlike. Whether you're talking about Mexico or Canada or a country around the world, that's not how the United States, the most powerful, most economically strong nation on earth, ought to comport itself.
I think the community is important so that they understand what's really happening. And I think that's kind of how I opened. Members of Congress, people in Washington need to understand and to hear from the community members. This is how your policies and your laws are impacting my daily lives. This isn't just, an area where there's nobody. Border residents, the border isn't just a line and people live here. So whatever laws are being proposed, whatever policies are being implemented, have an impact in people's lives. So yes, this is the moment where we need to speak up and they need to listen to us because we are the ones who are experiencing this, policies and whether they're good, whether they're bad. We are the ones at the end of the day that are paying the consequences for this rhetoric.